Laptop with Kaaba. My guest today is
Natasha
from.
from Zambia.
Okay, so we have Natasha from Zambia,
Hello.
and we're going to have a very interesting conversation. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this from the commercial break. Our topic for discussion today is online dating or blind dating. I don't know what you think as to whether you've been engaged in online dating before. But if you have, just comment below. Let's know how it was. How was the feeling? What actually happened and how it ended. Your advices are also needed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Natasha, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. And how is school life and everything?
Currently, my life is school right now, so I will be graduating this month.
Okay.
What's June? Yeah, it's June already. So I have to defend my dissertation on the 10th of June. So I'm under a lot of stress actually, and yeah, I actually needed this, just something to take my mind off it. But yeah, my life is stressful right now.
I know. Congratulations.
Oh, thank
in
you.
advance. I mean, it's not easy being in Russia.
It's not easy.
You don't want to endure it. Okay, so blind dating, online dating, what is it about? Have you heard before?
Yeah, I'm a millennial. I have heard about it. Yeah, so I think, in my opinion, blind dating is basically the search or practice that, how can I put this? The search for sexual or romantic relations. Yeah, on the internet, online, social media sites, and all that.
Okay. Have you been engaged in one?
Uh, Not professionally, if there is a thing.
Oh,
Well, I've
professional
actually,
online dating.
yeah, it's actually a thing. So I've done it once, no, twice. Yeah. So first time was in 2010. It wasn't via Facebook or any of these sites. It was just messaging, texting. Just it was locally. So I was in my 10th grade, back in Zambia. Yeah, and I was at a girls' school, just all girls, no boys, a Catholic school for that matter. Yeah, so phones were not allowed, but of course, students always found a way to have access to phones. So there's this thing that we call peak hour, where the tariffs get cheaper. Yeah, that's like after 10 p.m. So there's girls from my school will be talking to guys from other schools, and all those relationships are building up and down. So everybody was doing it, and I thought, why not?
Why not try?
Yeah. So I actually tried it with one person. I was never a fan of it, but my friend actually forced me into doing it. So I was talking to this guy by the name of what's his name? I can't recall his name, but he was at some school that I can't recall. I mean, it was 9 years ago. No, it was Nimrod. Yeah, that's the only phone friend I had. Nimrod. Yeah. So I met the guy, and well, we talked for like a month or so. I was never a fan. So we talked for like a month
He
or
was
so.
a Zambian?
He was Zambian too, yeah. So we talked for like I was in Zambia then. So we talked for like a month or so, and well, you know how the conversations that we had on phone were different when we met. There was awkwardness. Of course, it's going to be awkwardness the first time you meet somebody you don't know. Yeah, but you know, it's like maybe the conversations that I was having with him were influenced by his friends, where he was. So when I met him, it was totally different, and I just didn't feel the vibe between us. I was never a fan, and it served me right. I don't like it. Online dating or phone friending is not for me. Yeah, so I just didn't like the vibe that we had then. Well, now we are friends. Actually, it so happened we had mutual friends. That's how come I continued talking to him, and we have a lot of mutual friends actually. So, but before then, the first time I met him, nah, I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like him. I didn't like the conversation we had in person. And then the second time was here in Russia. actually dated this guy for some months, and we broke up even before we met. Yeah, we broke up even before we met. So
You broke up online.
we started dating online and broke up online,
Okay.
even before we met. I know, it's so hilarious and something that I would never do, but then I enjoy talking to him online. I enjoyed it a lot. He's got a great sense of humor, but sometimes I'm impatient with certain things, so I just can't take stress from somebody that I have never met or never had personal vibes with, I've never vibed with him in person, so I just can't tolerate any kind of pressure or stress that he brings to me. So, you have situations where like, okay, nigga, I don't know you, so just don't stress me out. This won't work out,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm impatient, so personally I cannot do online dating or phone friends. There are situations, actually have a lot of guys texting me, not to brag, but it's a fact. Texting me on Facebook, Instagram, and all that I have never met, but I don't reply to messages to people that I've never met. I am not a fan. What are we going to be talking about? Are we going to be lying to each other? What does he like about me? How I post my photos, my physique, or how I type my statuses? What does he like about me? It works out for certain people, but for me it doesn't work out. Because I have friends that it's actually, they've been dating for 2 to 3 years, but personally I can't do it. I can't do online dating.
Yeah,
not
I
for
think
me.
so too, because I don't see where this will lead to. But anyway, since when did this online thing come into existence?
Online dating is for millennials. Yeah, because people in the olden days, or people that were born before 1980s, are so against it. Gossip porn, or till death.
Okay.
Yeah, and online dating is mainly for millennials. I think it started about maybe 10 to 15 years, or maybe way before that. Well, before then we had pen pals where you could write letters to each other and all. So I think in those days I think you would say that was also dating somebody that you haven't met. It wasn't online, it was offline. It was offline dating, but not in person,
But it was still blind dating.
It was still blind dating,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, where it's advanced. People actually getting a lot out of it. People are actually searching for people online to date. Yeah, so I think it started way before.
Okay. So you said you know about friends who actually succeeded with online dating. So apart from your friends, approximately, what is the probability of online dating succeeding, turning into marriage or something beneficial?
Working with probability, I can't, but let me work with percentages.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's 50-50. Yeah, there's a 50% chance that it will work out, and there's a 50% chance that it won't work out. Because this comes in with the advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, so yeah, according to statistics, the only disadvantages with online dating is that people lie about themselves. They don't tell the truth. So that's the only disadvantage. Then otherwise, people write about their interests. People like about their hobbies, and also they're going to tell you what you want. And if you're looking for somebody with similar interests as yours, it's easy for you to find, because it's just displayed right out there. So it's actually easier to find somebody with the same interest online as compared to searching and getting to know somebody. That's how come some relationships actually do last long and they do work out. Yeah.
Okay. So percentage wise,
50-50. Percentage wise, I think it's 50-50. There's a 50% chance
of
you know,
succeeding.
of the relationship succeeding, and the 50% chance of it not succeeding.
Okay. And it not succeeding basically depends on the profile displayed.
It depends. Yeah, it's dependent on the profile displayed, and the truth tellings and the lies that are being told.
Okay.
And sometimes maybe you might have the same interest as somebody, but the vibe and
Won't be there.
Yeah, wouldn't be there, so that wouldn't also work out.
Okay. So are there special social media sites for this online dating?
Well, there are quite a number. Not that I know of, but I've just read about them. Yeah. So I know about Badoo, I know about Tinder, I know about Coffee Meets Muggle, I know about OkCupid, I know about POF. I know about, well, I know about a lot, but I like to have a personal experience with certain life situations.
Okay.
So I actually tried joining Tinder. I was influenced by a friend.
Oh.
But we're not going to blame her. Well, it was my decision to join it, so yeah. So I joined Tinder, and this is how Tinder works. So everybody on Tinder, okay, so if you're male, they'll bring females. If you're female, they're going to bring guys. So if you swipe left, you dislike the person, like you don't want to talk to them. If you swipe right, you like the person and you wish to talk to them or meet them. And if you swipe upwards, I think that's super liking. Yeah. Of course, it's about basically the physique and maybe their profile, what it says about them, their bio.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually tried it, not to meet anybody, but just to see how it works. Hey. Yeah, and in 3 days, it was actually successful. In 3 days, I had like 29 guys that liked me, that I matched with. Well, yeah, that I matched with. So here's the thing. If you like somebody and they like you back, that's the only time you're going to chat with them. Yeah, so if they like you and you don't like them, there is no possibility of you getting to DMs, direct messages. Yeah, so it only works like that. There's some privacy of a kind. So if you like them, they like you, and you match, that's when you can get to chat. That's how Tinder works. I've actually never met anybody. I was just trying it out. Well, a lot of Russians are out there thirsty and looking for winner.
Okay, so are there some things like discrimination, or you know what I'm talking about?
Discrimination in what context?
In terms of, for example, you said there are a lot of Russians. You got a lot of Russian followers. So clearly, it means they are interested in a black lady, an African. Is it something like that?
Well,
They have
no, there were actually some. Out of the many that I viewed, there were actually 3. Well, African guys. Okay, I don't know. Well, black guys. I don't know if they're African. Yeah. So there were 3 black guys. But then I wasn't looking to meet any one of them, so I couldn't swipe on the black guys. And also, you know how it's different with. Okay, personally, I am traditional and old school and cultured. So it's kind of embarrassing if any guy was to see me on this. Yeah, like they'll think as though I'm really looking for somebody to meet me. But then I was just looking at how I was just trying to see how it all works.
Works out.
I wasn't looking to meet anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just for the fun of it. And then there's no discrimination whatsoever. It's just that with, even Russians look for Russians, and yeah, it's
So it's just all around.
It's just all around. Okay, it actually just detects the people that are close to you.
Okay.
Within a certain perimeter for Tinder, yeah. So just within St. Petersburg. And it shows how many kilometers away the person is. Yeah.
So we've mentioned a few of advantages and disadvantages. Basically, if you're lucky, you end up in marriage. That's the 50-50. And if you're not, if you find someone lying all about himself or herself, then you find yourself in trouble. Are there any other advantages or disadvantages
To online dating?
Yeah.
No. Well, they're psychopaths, so you have to look out for those. Yeah, just be cautious, because I have read on 2 occasions, 2 situations where somebody was actually killed. No, once killed, and then the other one was kidnapped, and also just be aware of the world out there. It's a dangerous world, it's a beautiful world at the same time, so just be cautious of the people. And if you're going to meet the person, meet them in a public place. Of course, not go to their house or a private place on the first time.
Okay.
And yeah.
So your advice, being a traditional person, you wouldn't go in for this. How would you advise others? Because there are a lot of people there. As it stands now, a lot of people.
The whole thing is subjective, you know. It's according to you're going to give an opinion based on what you think. You're going to be opinionated about this. It's not a fact. Yeah, so you cannot be objective. You have to be subjective about it, because people have failed to find love in person. Even when you meet, even when you feel somebody's vibes, you meet and you've known them for forever. It works out, sometimes it doesn't work out, and If your chances are online, well and good. That's your fate. If your chances are not online, well and good. Try some other ways of finding. Meet somebody in person within your perimeters, your friends or your circles, you know. But that's about it. Just see what works out for you, and good luck with that. Yeah.
Okay, so if your chances are online, then good for you. If it's not, then good for you as well. Just let us know what you also think about online dating, your experiences, your problems and enjoyments, memorable moments, and everything. How did it go well, or how did it go down for you? And then don't forget to like and subscribe. It's still Springfield Mega Laugh Talk with Kaaba. Natasha, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
We'll see you next week.